what's up? My name is Daniela and in this video I'm going to recap my 2018 goals. In 2018 I had 6 reading goals and the first one was my Goodreads challenge, which was set to 50 books. And I read 66 books. It's less than in 2017 because in 2017 I read 80 books, but I'm still pretty happy with this number. My goal with this one was also to read consistently and don't exclude reading from my life for longer periods of time. And this was a success because I read at least something every month, even when I was finishing grad school and stuff, so yeah, I'm happy with this. Goal number 2 was to write a Goodreads review for most books I will read. I was aiming at around 80% with this one and I failed. I wrote reviews for stuff I read in January and February and then only a couple more, mostly stuff that I got from NetGalley, so I was supposed to write a review for it, so I did. I really enjoyed writing reviews in 2017, so I'm not sure what happened. I guess writing reviews or writing in general intimidates me and it always seems like a really difficult task to come up with a review that will be good enough. And the result is that I don't have any notes for a lot of stuff I read in 2018 and I'm definitely not happy about that. The silver lining is that in the last quarter I started doing monthly wrap-ups here on BookTube again. So I have wrap-ups at least for the last 3 months of the year and I definitely want to keep doing them in whatever form. So I hope this situation won't repeat in the future. Goal number 3 was to read all the books from my top 12 books to read in 2018 list. And yes, I read them all, although I finished the last one on the 30th of December, but hey, it counts. There are some books on the list that I will probably read anyway, but it motivated me to read some books that I was putting off for the longest time, like The Handmaid's Tale and Sophie's Choice. I don't think I'm going to set a specific list of books to read in 2019 though, because it was too rigid and it reminded me of required reading too much, so I'm going to do something a little bit different for next year, but I'm going to talk about it in my video about 2019 goals. I'm going to quickly mention all the books from this list in the order I read them. Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer, Men Without Women by Haruki Murakami, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferris, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis, Carry of Evil by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling, which I own but I'm too lazy to get up, Zero Waste Home by Bea Johnson, Navolné noze or Being a Freelancer by Robert Bloch, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, and Sophie's Choice by William Styron. Goal number 4 was a year-long book buying ban. And yes, I didn't buy any books in 2018. It was probably easier than I thought it would be. I just read a lot of library books, a few NetGalley books, I read books I already own, and I also got some books as presents for my birthday, etc. You can check these out in my book haul. So I wasn't really suffering that much. I also got Script in the second half of the year and I don't consider this as cheating because it's a subscription service and it really helped me to get into audiobooks and it helped me to read more, so it was definitely a good move. This book buying ban was a really interesting experience and I'm glad I did it, but I won't do it again in 2019, but I will have to come up with some new rules because otherwise I could quite easily go into the other extreme. I haven't decided on the exact rules for 2019 yet, but I also haven't bought a book yet. I almost bought a book from Amazon, but then I realized that the price that I liked didn't apply to my country, so I didn't buy that book. I will probably set some budget, but I will talk about this in my 2019 goals video. Goal number 5 was to read or unhaul all the books I got before 2018. I consider this as done, although I still have a few collection of short stories that I'm not sure I read every single short story, but I'm getting rid of these anyway. But yeah, I unhauled most of the books I got before 2018 because I wasn't interested in them anymore and I read the rest. This was a great goal because I don't like books lying around unread for too long, and it helped me to get rid of books that I was holding on for a very long time and I always felt bad when I look at them, so I'm glad I was finally able to get rid of them. And the last goal was to reread 5 books that I gave 5 stars to more than 5 years ago. Yes, I did this too. Although it was only because I was aware of this goal when December came around and I realized that I still need to reread 4 books, so I did. The books I reread were Pride and Prejudice, which stays at 5 stars, The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, still 5 stars, Animal Farm by George Orwell, still 5 stars, Tracy's Tiger by William Saroyan, 4 stars, and After Dark by Haruki Murakami, 5 stars. The reason I set this goal was because I don't like that I don't remember much about a lot of stuff that I gave 5 stars to years ago, and I wasn't sure if I liked them anymore, and I felt like I couldn't really participate in the discussion about them, and I didn't feel comfortable with recommending them. And yeah, this kind of sucks, but at the same time, rereading is not something I do very often, and I don't think it should be something I should force myself into, because right now I'm much more interested in reading books that are new to me. I'm glad I reread these 5 books, but in some cases it wasn't something I felt like doing, so from now on I will reread stuff only when I feel like it. So yeah, I accomplished 5 of 6 goals, which is pretty great. Let me know how you did with your goals, or leave me any other comment. Like or dislike this video, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe if you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! The power of Hobbit.